Hey everybody, it's Steve. It's Saturday and I'm going camping. The weather's beautiful, it's cool, it's in the 30s. It's gonna barely get into the 40s. The wind's gonna pick up, but it's nice, bright, and sunny. And I gotta get in some February camping, some winter camping, and I wanna take you along with me. So hang on for some good times today. Well, I made it down here. What a nice ride. I tell you, for the end of February, you can't beat it. So I've arrived at the campsite. The first time I've been at this particular site. I've been down in this area. There's some nice spots here. That's the Rock River in the background there. And I found a good place to set up the tent and have a nice camp tonight. And let me show you a little bit around the camp here. There was my entryway in. Glad I took the mountain bike because the road bike couldn't have made it down here. Not at all. So there's my bike and I scaled down, and it'll be even more for this summer. That big sleeping bag and back, I'll have a light bag, and that won't even be on top. I'll have room for my guitar. Got my backpack there. Got a self-ready place for a fire already. Nice fire pit. River access. Be great later on when I'm going to go fishing. I didn't bring my fishing gear because I just wanted to get used to my new equipment and stuff. So how's that for late February? This is a nice flat spot to put up the tent. So without further ado, I got a lot of work to do. Things are going real well here. I'm really enjoying this. I got some spaghetti with beef, some military RME ready to go meals. You just got to heat them up. So I got the firewood all gathered. Not bad. It's right around 40 degrees. It might be in the high 30s now, but I'm not cold at all. They said there was going to be some wind today. So far, so good. But where I'm at, I have a natural ridge. On the other side, I'm facing the river. On the other side where I come in, I have a natural ridge, and I'm kind of protected naturally here. Gonna finish dinner. Gonna make fire. Gonna sit around the fire till that wood's gone. Got quite a bit, really. And then it'll be a quiet night in the tent. Probably gonna do some reading. I'm gonna go through and look at these recordings, see what I may want to edit later. So everything's good at the Rock River here. This is Steve. I'm going to finish my dinner, and we'll talk at you later. Cheers. I spent so many years sitting in a bar, and nothing wrong with that. You know, there's a time and place for it for people, but man, I missed out on so much. Now I have a new chapter in life, and I'm really enjoying this stuff, I'm telling you. We all go through phases, and we learn. I consider myself a late bloomer. Better late than never, and I'm blessed with good health. So I'm 62 years old. I could do almost anything I could in my 30s. Some stuff better. Of course, I got sober 7.5 years ago. About 2 years ago, I started working on health and nutrition, and I work out and lost 50 pounds, and I just feel like a brand new me. Well, looks like I'm gonna have to do a little fire maintenance here. Gonna sit out here for another hour. I got some wood to burn through, and then I'm gonna go in the tent and go through some of this footage, charge some stuff up, and going for a little walk before going into the tent. So Hennepin Canal, and the lights beyond. Out there's the airport. It's one thing about this site, you do hear some airplanes come over, but not many tonight. That moon is full. A little hazy too. Say goodnight to the fire. I'm sure I'll come out and see it again when nature calls. It's gonna last for a while. It's hot. I spent a good amount of time getting wood too. All right, I'm going in. We're inside the tent. My little pump lantern did the job blowing up the sleeping pad mattress, and it's on its lowest setting and throws out pretty good light. I love this tent. Oh my, it's 32 degrees outside. It's 71 in the tent. I gotta turn off this heater and go to bed. I was watching YouTube and lost track of things. I wasn't in my sleeping bag, and I'm like, wow, it's getting warm in here. That's quite a difference. See you in the morning. Hey everyone, good morning. It's Steve here. It's a little after 9 a.m. here inside the tent, and had a good night last night. I was sleeping real well a couple of hours in. Then I woke up and I was so hot and sweaty inside my down bag, I had to peel off all my clothes down to just my base layers, as you can see that I'm wearing now. These are newer. They're a polyester spandex blend, and they're fantastic. They're comfortable and warm. I'm going to switch screens here, and I'm going to show you a few things in the tent. Okay, yeah, it's 47 degrees outside, and down below you can see it's 66 in the tent. And I haven't ran that heater since 3 a.m. and that was only for 5 minutes after I came back from going outside to take a leak. It says 44 here on the phone, but this sensor that is connected to this gauge here that's outside on a tree, it's probably getting a little bit of sun. And speaking of sun, it's the reason why it's so warm in this tent with that 20-degree difference almost. This tent was designed for winter, and it's a champ. I'm telling you, it works great. We got a heck of a warming trend coming here. The high yesterday was only 42 degrees, and today is supposed to get in the 60s. When we get into Monday and Tuesday, we're hitting the 70s, which is unheard of in Northwest Illinois in February. My gosh, this big pile of clothes, all these socks, my alpaca socks, my wool cotton blend socks, these base layers, no need for that face mask or that jacket. Of course, the pants came off right away. I didn't need any of this stuff. Just the base layer you see me wearing, and my sleeping bag. Over here is my electronics and my charging station for my phone, my batteries for my camera. That selfie stick I haven't tried out yet. It's what they call an invisible stick, and I'm not sure how that works, but essentially the shadow or the stick you can't see while you're filming, so I'm gonna have to do a little more research on that. I have a another SD card in there I bought this little kit and it comes in handy. I was going to try out this liner because I thought it might be a little cold in here, but shoot, I didn't even open that up. It's so nice and roomy in this tent. It's a two-person tent and it would fit two, but I have plenty of room for my gear. I didn't have to put anything outside in the vestibule. My pariah bag really did the job. Really did. Okay, I'm getting ready to go outside and enjoy this beautiful day out here. I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to show you around this camp yesterday, and I didn't really get some good footage of the camp yesterday, so I want you to check it out. And we're going to go for a little bit of walk, and I'm going to enjoy this sunny, spring-like weather here in late February. And then we'll pack up and we'll head home. So I'll get with you in a little bit. Sometimes simple is best, and it's just what I'm in the mood for. Actually, those spiced apples are quite good. Take my word for it. Morning, about 10 o'clock. I'm enjoying my breakfast now. Tell you what, I really hit a home run here. The campsite, the weather, the ride-in, the night's sleep, everything was good. Everything that I could think of. So, having a little breakfast here, a little breakfast drink to get going. And I'll tell you what, these spice apples, they're delicious. Believe it or not, by the time I leave here today, it's going to be in the 60s, which is incredible for late February in Northwest Illinois. Are you kidding me? But this is just what I needed. You know, after the work week, at my age, getting closer to retirement, it's stressful, and this is what I need for balance. And it works. I'm so glad I found this hobby. And there's a lot more to come. I'm just hitting the beginning. Last fall, when I went out, I was so green. I made all mistakes. Bought the wrong gear. But I've learned. And it's all coming together. And I look forward to sharing a lot with you guys in the coming weeks, months. As we move into spring and summer, there'll be more adventures, and I thank you so much for watching this channel and supporting me as I strive to make things grow and get closer to monetization, to where I can really branch out and invest some money in this channel. I used to think it was a pipe dream, but anymore, not so much. It may happen, and if it doesn't, I'm gonna have a lot of fun along the way. So I'm gonna finish breakfast up here, and then we're gonna go for a little walk around the campsite and the area. I'm gonna give you a little history. Then we're gonna pack up and go home. Have a great day. Okay, let's go for a little walk. Point out a few high points of the area and enjoy the day before it's time to pack up and head out. Alright, you just seen the Rock River that was behind us down by the campsite. This body of water is the Hennepin Canal. This extends quite a few miles down, runs parallel with the Rock River down to an area called the Steel Dam, which is a busy place where a lot of people go fishing. There's not really a campsite there, it's just get out, walk around, fish. They did some work on this road. It was pretty rough. I know they had a bulldozer down here last fall. I'm not sure who's in charge of this. It's not the Corps of Engineers. I believe it must be county. Along the Rock River here, which is on the Illinois side. We're near Milan, Illinois. Hennepin Canal on this side, Rock River on that side. This canal was used in the 1800s to move goods and services up to through the early 1900s, I believe. That was the way they did things back then, and it connected bodies of water similar to the Great Lakes and the canals that connected those. And a lot of the early times the boats on the canals were pulled by horses. Yeah, they've done a lot of work on this road. They cleared it out, widened it out. You can see the bulldozer tracks. I might come out here with my mountain bike before I leave, just to go down a ways, because it'll take too long for us to walk down to the Steel Dam. But I might ride down there and might put on the action cam on the handlebars for us. Beautiful, just gorgeous. Now, if a guy wanted to come down for a night and do some fishing, you can't beat this. This is nice and flat right here. Plenty of room to pitch a tent. Then you have access down the water to fish, and believe me, there is some fish in this Rock River. This isn't even the main channel, it's a slough. Way back there in the distance is the Milan Bridges, but I've caught plenty of fish in this river. Back in the 80s, that's Vandroff's Island, the woods you see on the it's actually a mining facility. They get gravel and rock and stuff out. On the other side is another channel, and my father used to live right there, and I owned boats and we went fishing, and boy, this brings back memories. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with this. Look at all this firewood. A lot of dead wood. Build yourself a fire, pitch a tent, and go fishing. I tell you what, this boondock camping is the way to go. A lot of people aren't interested in it or don't have what it takes. You know, for me, you can keep the amenities. I don't need toilets, showers. I like getting back to basics. So here's the back view of the camp. Now tell me, is that not a great setup or what? Free. Of course, about a quarter mile from the bike path, excuse me, and a rough ride in to get here, but believe me, this mountain bike with the 29-inch wheels, it can handle it, and it did well. This is the giant talon. This is actually what I ride to work back and forth. I have a couple other bikes, but this one's a performer, I'm telling you. Disc brakes, actually only 9 speeds, but it makes everything easier. You don't need more than that, believe me. 29-inch tires, these things can get through anything. Let's go through the back way a little bit. Give you a little more history. Just gorgeous. Okay, we're coming up on Mill Creek, and I've camped here before. Last fall, a couple times, and back in January, the last time I camped. First week of January before all the snow. This is Mill Creek. It runs into the Rock River. That's the confluence. In the distance is the Milan Bridges. Right there across is where I camped. There's a little gravel road comes right down off the bike path. And it was okay for starters, but boy, when the weather gets nicer, this is a busy area. Bikers come through here, people fish here. Some people do camp. The number of places to camp are limited there, but I did it, others did it. Coming back to camp through the back way here. So that's this video. Might take some more on my mountain bike, and then we're packing up. We'll catch up with you later. I'll get on here and say goodbye before I go home. grass path is so much nicer. What I just went through is where the bulldozer, hopefully they're not finished, and that was just part one. That was bumping shit. I'm sure you can see and hear how much smoother this is. Totally better experience. Okay, I just found my next campsite. I hope I don't run out of battery. Taking that path down to the Still Dam, I ran into this place. Look at all that wood. I could get my mountain bike back here, no problem. And here we are. Look at this. Oh yeah. With a little work, I can clear that spot out right there and pitch my tent. And look at this view. Also a couple of trees here close together that I could set up a tarp. Sweet. And hardly no one knows about it. Look at all this dead wood around here. Where I was, I had to work for my wood because it was a commonly camped place. I could tell. This one, there's wood everywhere. All the resources. Sweet. See, it pays to go scouting before you leave and exploring. This was the path trail before the bulldozer came through down there. This is so much nicer and smoother. It looks better too. With this grass, it looks like they mowed. Then there's worn areas to tread in. So much nicer. That was a gold mine. I like to do a campfire the next morning while I'm packing up. It takes me an hour and a half to 2 hours to pack up because I'm very meticulous, and I don't want to be in a hurry anyway. This is part of it. I don't want it to end anyway, so packing up. See you soon. Hey, it's Steve here, wrapping up yet another adventure, my best yet. It's 3:25 in the afternoon. It's 64 degrees on February 25th in Northwest Illinois. Can you believe it? In the back here, we're on the beautiful Rock River, where the Hennepin Canal and Mill Creek, they all three join. So this is a special place in my opinion. The campsite was wonderful. I did some scouting and found an even more remote site down the Hennepin. So next time I know where I'm going. People like to say to me, Steve, why do you like this? How do you get everything on that bike? Well, that's the thing with bike packing. I couldn't get out here in a car. What am I supposed to do? Backpack 10 miles here? I don't drive, but that's another story, and we'll get into that later as y'all get to know me on my channel. But this has been wonderful. Another learning experience. The new and better gear is paying off, and I would like to thank everyone for watching my videos, and please subscribe if you would. I appreciate you're starting to comment, and I'm getting to know a few of the subscribers, and that's wonderful. So until next time, this is Steve. be safe, and take care.